I don't think there has been a greater revolution since internet. When that was created, everyone went like, oh my God, something just happened here. There is no way back after this, you know?
One Bitcoin is worth 5,867 euros. So that already says it. What does it say about your economy if the toy money is worth almost 6,000 times that amount? So for me, Bitcoin is the real money.
We use toy money in a toy store to buy real money. Bitcoin is the real money. In the same way that Bitcoin replaces traditional financial institutions like banks and fiat currency, BitNation's aim is to use the same set of technology to replace governments, to make government redundant.
So if somebody said to you, we don't need government, we don't need the City Hall, we don't need the National Parliament, we don't need the United Nations, you'd probably say, well, it's going to be chaos. Everyone's going to be running around killing each other. When I first thought about that, I also thought, well, but don't we? But how can we survive just operating peer-to-peer, as the jargon goes? But then I thought about it from another point of view. There are less than 200 nation-states in the world. Most of the world's population live in about 30 of those. Each of those has about 10 decision-makers. So that means 300 people are exercising power, political power, over 7.2 billion people. Well, that's just a deficit in brain power.
Vous n'êtes pas un peu frustré par votre gouvernement ces temps-ci? Le calcul de BitNation est discutable. Mais ils ont quand même réussi à lever plusieurs millions de dollars pour financer leur application en surfant sur la frustration des systèmes politiques. Ils se retrouvent maintenant un peu partout sur la planète, dans ce qu'ils appellent des ambassades, pour inventer un monde où les frontières n'existeraient plus.
And what do you see as the advantage of, let's say, having an alternative identity alongside the national sort of identity issued by the government? What do you see as the advantages of that?
The idea of national identity is based on territory, because at the time that nation states were invented, the only way you could communicate was by physically going, walking and talking to someone, or giving them a letter, or riding on a horse. So we have a governance system which is based on a set of technologies which are no longer current in our lives. So creating a governance which is appropriate for the way we live now is what we're trying to do at BitNation.
The basic functionalities of BitNation is the ability to create a contract between the voluntary parties. It's the ability to resolve disputes around a contract and the ability to create your own nation, your own society. Those are the three core functionalities.
Le projet de société de Suzanne et James est pour le moins original. Mais bon, il est à l'image de leur parcours. Combien de développeurs démarrent leur carrière dans des zones de guerre? Leur pensée a été largement façonnée par leurs expériences de contractants gouvernementaux en Afghanistan après le 11 septembre et pendant la guerre civile en Libye.
When you say, oh, it's a civil war and it's anarchy, you expect people running around and being complete chaos. But it wasn't at all. You had 200 volunteers just doing garbage collection on the street. You had Boy Scouts doing traffic policing, and kids who did kind of neighborhood watch to make sure it was secure at night and everything. I mean, it was really well functional and well ordered. It was kind of astonishing to see. The more centralized government you had, the more insecurity and war increases, and the more anarchist society have voluntary opt-in society, the more peaceful and orderly it is.
Our idea is to incentivize people to be honorable. Currently, the law, if you like, in pretty much everywhere in the world is is administered through coercion. So it's a stick rather than a carrot. So if you do something wrong, something happens to you. You lose some money or you get put in jail or whatever it might be. We don't get rewarded for being good, we just get punished for being bad.
BitNation a créé un système de notation proche de celui d'Uber, sauf qu'au lieu des étoiles, les bonnes actions des utilisateurs sont récompensées par des jetons.
People are incentivized through tokens to do good deeds, basically. Say if I would do like a public talk tomorrow, how should I explain that in front of an audience?
I earn reputation tokens for being responsive and beneficial to the community. I develop a reputation for somebody who's community oriented and then can therefore earn more reputation tokens. At some point, those could be exchanged for other currencies to buy goods and services. So in effect, you could create an entire economy based on just helping others, honestly. And it maps to how tribal cultures have worked for thousands of years.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we definitely don't want to fall into some sort of new agey kind of, you know, one love, one world, blah, blah, blah bullshit.
Let's all go do yoga, right?
L'idée de BitNation, comme celle de Bitcoin, est de créer de la valeur à partir de rien. Si de plus en plus de gens gagnent et échangent des jetons, ces jetons prennent de la valeur. À la longue, les fonds ainsi générés pourraient servir à créer un revenu de base financé par la communauté.
I don't think that the future of basic income will be the government doing it or private companies doing it. I think the way basic income will come to be will be through people just having micro streams of income through doing daily mundane tasks. You know, even if these are just small, you know, sources of income, you know, it's like $100 here, $100 there, you know, it's nothing, you know. But when you know, multiply that and everything you do, let's say take out the garbage, you know, then you can have like a neighborhood coin that will reward you.
Comme ramasser les crottes du chien, prendre les transports en commun plutôt que votre voiture, ou embellir votre quartier. Pour BitNation, tout un chacun finira par les rejoindre, mais une catégorie les intéresse particulièrement.
They say there's going to be 1 billion online workers by 2025. That's 1 billion people who could be working anywhere in the world from their laptop, like our team. And those people using a territorial jurisdiction to try and make a business arrangement or an employment contract is extremely difficult. So the ability to create a jurisdiction which is tailored to the fact that you may live in different places and which has built in a positive enforcement mechanism through reputations. That's what we think our jurisdiction, that's the first target population.
Fact is, we're going to decouple more and more from physical territory. And it's not due to any fancy ideals, it's not due to any ideological reasons, it's due solely to the fact that such is an economic reality, right? The economy used to be such a closed system. You know, you have the government that prints money, you have the banks who are the kind of gatekeepers to that money, you know, and that's it. That was the value creation. You always had this like barrier. If you wanted to do anything of scale, you still need to work with governments and with banks and get their like kind of stamp of approval. And now you don't have to, you know. No, yeah, we just got rid of it. We just coded our way to liberty.
When people say that we need government, my answer is, I think, that no, we need each other in better ways. We need better ways to cooperate with each other.
Être récompensé pour ses bonnes actions sonne plutôt cool. Mais dans une société sans État, qui décide de ce qui est bien ou mal? Qui défend les faibles? Et dans ce futur libertarien, qui nous dit que quelqu'un le fera?
Now we have zero responsibility to the neighbors because we expect the government to settle everything for us, you know, to settle disputes, to, if we are in need of help, for instance, you know, if we are poor, we expect the government to step in and help us, not our neighbors. Actually, we have no peer-to-peer responsibility towards each other as it is now, today, in Western society.
We keep having this discussion always that, it's probably, the state won't be able to afford it and it will be so expensive.
I don't think the state should do it. I think it should be done peer-to-peer,
That would be best, yes.
Yeah.
I know your position on states shouldn't do anything at all. Less is more. But if you look at the benefit system, it's just like, we cut out all the bureaucratic slack and just give them some basic income. And they'll probably want to do something else too, some people will go painting, others will take on programming courses,
But then what do you do with the bureaucrats? They don't know what to do with themselves.
Oh, they get their basic income. They'll be.
Here's to long life and happiness. May your nations be decentralized.
May your nations be sovereign.
Yeah. Be sovereign over your nations.
Sovereignty above all.
Data sovereignty.
Yeah.
It's just because you want to be a queen, isn't it?
Obviously. Of course. Our main purpose is not for people to be BitNation citizens or, for people to join BitNation. Our main purpose is to empower everyone else to build their nation. Frankly, we are the one creating the encryption, we're the one creating the currency. Basically, it sounds a bit kind of obnoxious to say it, but, we have the power now,
You gotta earn a living, work all day. You gotta earn a living if you wanna get paid. You better find a job